Welcome back. When it comes to insurance, we cover our car, we cover our home and our health, but often not ourselves in the event we become disabled. And insurance is one of the most commonly misunderstood necessities of modern living. That's disability insurance. Greg Klinger is joining us right now to talk about that. Good to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So you say this is sort of a topic, this type of insurance, one people tend to stray away from.
Yeah, absolutely. So May is Disability Awareness Month, and as far as insurance goes, disability is one of those things that needs an awareness month. Just consider the topic. There are 51 million working Americans who do not have disability insurance above and beyond Social Security disability. And Social Security disability is not normally approved, and if it is approved, it is much, much lower than you would expect.
Okay, so let's debunk some of these myths.
Absolutely.
First one here, workers' comp will be covered if I become disabled. Not necessarily.
Well, we see that a lot. We hear that a lot when people come in, especially people who work with their hands, like contractors, police officers, landscape architects. But at the end of the day, these statistics, they don't lie. Only about 5% of disabilities occur on the job, and workman's comp only covers disabilities that occur on the job. So if you told your family you're 5% covered, would that be enough? And the answer is generally no.
Right, so if you get hurt off the job, you're not going to be covered.
Absolutely.
Right, all right. So a lot of people say, I'm too young, I don't need disability insurance.
Yep, we hear that a lot too. And if you would have asked me 10, 15 years ago, I would have said the exact same thing. Nothing's going to happen to me. I'm young, I'm vibrant. But at the end of the day, people come to my office all the time asking about life insurance. They just got married, they just had a kid, they just bought a house. But they don't really talk about disability insurance. And statistically speaking, you're much more likely to become disabled when you're young than when you die. The Social Security Administration says about 1 in 4 20-year-olds are going to be disabled for at least a year by the time they hit full retirement age. That's scary.
That is scary.
Yeah.
A lot of folks say, I'm at a computer all day, I don't need it. What about that?
We hear that a lot too, and industries, they have changed. People now think disabilities that they would have suffered 60, 70 years ago would not necessarily make somebody disabled today in front of a computer. But that doesn't change the fact that most disabilities occur because of illness, cognitive, mental, neuromuscular, and all those things can stop you from doing your job in front of a computer. So the question is, maybe you're insulated working on a computer by 30, 40, 50%, but is your family safe? Because a disability can still affect your ability to work.
All right, Greg, what about folks who plan to rely on their savings? Is that enough?
We see that all the time. Everybody comes in my office, nobody wants to be insurance rich. They want to be rich in every other way. So they're hoping that I tell them, no, self-insurance, you have the financial ability to self-insure against this need. But at the end of the day, most people cannot do that. 48% of Americans right now can't go 3 months without a paycheck and still pay their bills. So you need to take that risk, you need to package it up in some cases, and you need to give it to an insurance company because you can't protect against the catastrophic risk that is long-term disability.
All right, Greg, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Good to think about.
Thank you for having me.
All right.